Hey everyone, welcome to another stream. Hey everyone, welcome to another stream. Hey everyone, welcome to another stream. Hey everyone, so the plan is to solve this 75 over the weekend, right? And then go with 150 rest. So that is the plan. Let's see how many we are able to do it. All are kind of easy to medium only, no hard is there. So let's do it. Feel free to put anything in the chat. I'll be answering that after each question. So Sandesh, I'll answer your question based on, but probably it is better if meanwhile you watch 3000 my latest video because I have answered the same thing. But still, I am happy to answer once I solve this easy question, right? Cool, let's get started. You are given two strings, word 1 and word 2. Merge the strings by adding letter in the array. If the string is longer, then append the additional characters. So very simple. So we'll start with id is j is equal to 0, and we'll create variables for length of both the words, and then we'll say that while I is less than word 1 dot length and j is less than word 2 dot length, right? It means both are less. So bf dot append word 1 dot caret I, bf dot append word 2 dot caret j, I plus plus j plus plus while I is less than. So Sandesh, what I would recommend you is, right, first watch a video on my channel that says 3000 coding problems solved. So that teaches everything that you have to learn how to improve the logic. And then basically there is a website called clist.by that has so lead code easy might not be actually easy. It might be still a little bit hard for someone new, right? So you can use this website, uh, lead code, and then start solving like 100, 200 rated problems, right? Start with those. So that means that you are starting with very, so this is like a hard problem, but you will start with a very low problem, right? Concatenation, all that. So do that, and then eventually it will build your logic. If anyone is new to the channel, feel free to see the top banner on the top right, and feel free to give stream a like, put a message in a chat. Yeah. Okay, Sandesh, you're still here, right? I thought that you might have left the stream. So, uh, watch that video. I'm not just saying that because it is something that I have created, but I think it will be really helpful for you because in that I'm answering each and every question that is there in anyone's mind, right? I would say go watch that video. It will take 10 minutes and then come back in this stream and let me know if you have any more doubts. It it will take 10 minutes, so I'll be still here. Uh, is it automatically? Hi, Silent. So I'll be watching. Sometimes I might have to see the solution also. So I'll be doing both of that, right? I'll be watching solutions also. And because it's been a while that I have solved any DSA, so I'm not hands-on. Sure, Sandesh. And also you can solve that easy question that I just solved. Okay, so this also something that I can think of is that first you start with the smaller string and then you keep on picking, like you start with A, whether A has the same substring in both, right? It doesn't, then you will go with AB. It doesn't, then you go with ABC. A basic brute force, I think. First thing first, we'll make sure that our string is smallest. That will be our maximum length. And then we'll check that whether that string length divides that. So two check before actually finding that, right? So one check will be of length. Length, maximum length will be length of smallest. So here one dot length is greater than I'll just assume that here length return G strings to str1. I'm just saying that my str2 is smallest, right? Then for I is equal to 0, I less than str2 dot length I plus plus and int uh, to string p is equal to str2 dot substring 0 comma I, right? So let's say I plus. So now int length is equal to t dot length if t str1 dot length modulo 2 is not equal to 0 or str2 length modulo 2 is not equal to 0, then you just continue. Now in this case it is 0, right? Then you have to kind of match. So this is already n and n square. N square solution will work fine, right? Now if I do one loop more, right, then it might become n cube. That is something that I don't want it to be. So else can that I have maybe this matching will take n above. I don't is going to give start. Pressure. Still start with it might not right. Will So second approach, and I solve that, but eventually after some time. There are n kids with candies and you are given n candies where each candy represent the number of candies. The candy is denoting the number of candies you have. If after giving a so basically these kind of easy problems you should start with, right? Like you need to know the maximum of the array, and if you give this all to one, right, and you need that, so this becomes 5, which is greater than true. This becomes 6, which is greater than 5. This becomes 8. This becomes 4, which is not greater. This becomes 5, right? So true, not true, not true, not true, false, right? Then true, false, true. So there are, like, I think some of one person commented that they are not able to solve easy problems. So these kind of easy problems is something that one can start with, right? So int max is 0 for int candy in candies equal to max is equal to math dot max max and candy. So this is like inline that I have done, and then for int is equal to 0, I less, or no, I don't even need I, right? Uh, int candies, if candy plus extra candies is greater than equal to max, answer dot add true, else answer dot add false. Return answer. Is correct. Is correctly or something else is happening. Yeah. So if someone is not able to solve right, they should definitely start with these lists. Don't have to hover around lot of places. Everything is available at one place. Let's see. Ad hoc to max candies and give everything to that, right? So, okay, that is the only solution possible. A high top 1% engineer. How are you? Hi Rahul. Uh, sure, I can answer that. Uh, but see again, I think I can answer your question, but I have said this to everyone that probably it would be really worth watching this video, right? If you go to this is all incognito, right? If any suggestions are coming to this video, right? In this video, I'll let this ad pass. See, in this video, I go mode, right? See how to get started. Probably this is something that you need. Which coding platform to choose, right? And how many problems to target. So I have answered each and every question in this video. If what I would say is go ahead and watch that video, right? Uh, if you are able to, if you have any more questions, then you can come back and we can discuss again, right? So that is something that I would suggest you. So, Shubham. Yes, watch it and then I am here only. I am solving more problems, just revising. So come back if you have any questions. I'll answer your question. Okay. Keep grinding. Yeah, man. Upco, yes. I use Mac. Mhm. Yes. Okay. So enough with the. I'll take up some questions once I solve another easy. Just getting started, right? This is something that I do. Like if you are already a legend or something, you don't need to do. But when I start programming after some gap, I always start with easy because if I pick a hard right away, that will kind of uh, demotivate me only anyway, right? So there is no point of demotivating yourself. Anyway, you are coming after a long break without doing any proper practicing. If you're jumping into all the hard problems, it's like without playing at nets, you are directly uh, playing in World Cup. That's the thing. That will only get you out on duck. So you have a long flower bed in which given an integer from 0, where 0 means empty and 1 means not empty. 0 means empty, 1 means not empty, and integer and return if the new flowers can be planted in without following the no adjacent. And some are not, however, flowers cannot be planted in the adjacent. So basically, what that means is that whenever you get a 0, right, you check whether it's left and right doesn't have it. If it doesn't have it, then it's always good to place, right? It's a greedy question. So if we take first example, we have 1, 0, 0. Nice, Shubham. Yeah, just started my. I hope it is visible, but yeah, I think everyone tends to for it would be, I think, better if I put it. Let me do something. Let me see, right? While I have you there, let me see if I can. Would that make sense if I put it somewhere here? The center. No, I think on the top only it makes much sense. I think maybe below constraint because anyway, constraints no one looks at, right? That also is a good place. Let me know in chat if anyone is watching what I'm currently doing, which place it is more readable. Well, I didn't read who am I'll be someone. Yeah, definitely, bro. Don't stop. Uh, and as you have just started, right? Participate in lead code contests. That is best. Stick to one platform, participate in lead code contest, and keep applying for internship. You don't have to be best, you don't have to be grandmaster, you don't have to be expert or whatever on code forces. Once you have solved 150 basic problems, these 150 couple of times, right? 3 to 4 times, you have got good grasp on DSA, start giving the internships, right? Start appearing for internship. Don't think that, okay, I'll spend 2 years, I'll be best, and then I'll apply for internship. No, that is a very bad thing. That is something that I did, right? And to be honest, I regret it every day. So don't do that, okay? Anyone who is listening to me, that would be my one sole advice. Never do that. Mm. Mhm. Yeah, as I was saying, right, this is greedy 1, 0. So this you can't put because, and then this 0 you can put, so it's better you put it here. We don't know what next would come, right? So that way we can do. So for we can always place on the first term if there is no element on the left, right? It's always good to place there. One thing that I would say is that if I test it with this test case, right? Skill, it is better to place it here and then place it there, right? So it's a plain greedy. So for int I is equal to 0, I less than I plus plus if flower bed of I is equal to 0, the right, then only that's the case. If I is equal to, now there could be a case where you are at edge, right? So if there is one way that I can just handle the one there, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to create a special place here. I just want to do it here only. So how can I do better? So let's do it in this way, right? Boolean left is equal to if I is already equal to 0, then that is true. Otherwise, now it is not equal to 0, right? Okay, so left, right? If I is equal to 0, then it is true. Then I put another ternary operator, right? Otherwise, or instead of true, right? Let's do it int left. If it is 0, then you say 0. Otherwise, it is not 0, right? So, flower bed of I, right? That makes sense. So if it is 0, then it is 0. If it is not 0, right, then it is flower bed of I, whether it will be 0 or 1, right? So this is good. If I is equal to flower bed dot length minus 1, right, then it is 0 or no, right? So that means that this is the end, right? Yeah, that's correct. So then it is 0. Otherwise, it is flower bed of I minus 1, I plus 1. So I got left and right, right? So if left is equal to 0 and right is equal to 0, then you can say that I'm going to place it here 1 and then count plus plus. And count is equal to 0, return count greater than n, greater than equal to n. You can end it there also, but yeah, anyway, we'll have to traverse the whole thing. Should be fine. Yeah, this is a really nice thing. I don't think I would have ever solved it using this approach, this ternary operator that I've used. Can I get rid of this also? Left. Yeah, one more way, elegant way is there. Flower bed of I is equal to if left plus right is equal to 0, then it is 1. Otherwise it is 0. Count is equal to flower bed of I. This is something that I definitely don't recommend anyone to do. This code is not readable at all. I don't even know what I'm doing. Right? Now again you can replace these also with ternary. But yeah, this is not at all readable. Right? So, but yeah, elegant way of doing things. Yeah, even they are doing something like Boolean. Yeah. This also is very similar to the previous version of how I did. Nice. Yeah, you can end it here only, right? That is optimization. So if your count is greater than equal to n, return true. That is another optimization. Minor one only. So, okay. Yep, I will do that. But my problem is that I have a 7 CGP and I'm developing web skills, and then I'll have some base for applying. I will finish my graph tomorrow, and with that, my DSA will be over. Yes, then you keep on practicing, right? So I think 7 CGP, do you have like less than 7? 7 is something that I've seen on companies portal, right? When you apply for off campus. There are a lot of opportunities off campus. Always apply, always consider applying off campus also, right? If you are from like Okesh College. So Haja Karwa, I have no idea, bro, of data scientist. If someone starts there, okay, if someone has started their career, like if you have just started their career, I don't think so. It is a blocker, Arja, because you will apply for entry level roles. You can always, when you apply, right, you keep on applying. Uh, you can, you will keep on applying, and if let's say you get a call with recruiter or the right, anyway, you have just started out, right? So you are just applying now. So your entry level job does not define what you want to do. So that is something that I would say. Uh, it would be not that straightforward, but not impossible. So keep on applying. Probably start startups, right? Start with startups. Haja, I'm replying to you, Haja Kawal. If you're there, let me know in chat, right? Uh, Javed. Yeah, I'm thinking of learning system design, but yes. So for system design, what I would suggest is that first of all, read Alex Hughes' book, right? Alex Hughes Volume 1. So Alex Hughes System Design. Yes, this is the first book that you should read. You should read it 2 to 3 times, right? And even more. I have read this like I used to read it every time before my interview. Like once after reading it properly, right? Then just hovering through it. So that is one thing, and then there is this channel also, System Design School. Start learning. So they have they're logged. I think this is just like if you log in, if it starts working. I think so. Because I remember going through some of these. And this is very good. This I have like read 10 times. Not even kidding. So Javed, you should go through this whole readme. It's really good. I have printouts of these. You can get a printout of this, so that will save you some screen time also. So this is something that you should do. Cool. This will teach you all the basics, everything. And then you should, in the end, right, there are systems that you should go through, right? And design. Like in the end, these are there once you have understood most of the things. It's about 120 pages if you print it out. Let me know, Javed, if you're listening. Right, otherwise, I don't get that uh, intuition to kind of explain more, or if you are listening, if you're not there, then it doesn't make sense, right? So, but yeah, this is how the question will come to you. Like for example, let's say you get a question of uh, design a tiny URL, right? I think this is a tiny URL, right? So in tiny URL, the biggest challenge is how you will uh, make sure that you are giving a unique URL, right? So let's say, so in every system design, right? I just want to speak that because I also kind of like system design, and my streams and my knowledge is not just restricted to DSA, right? So what happens in system design is, right, there is a concept of scaling, right? Scaling means that you have a laptop. Think of it like that you have a phone, right? And now there are a lot of peoples who are, maybe this might not be exactly correct example, right? But still it will explain things. Who are trying to hit something on your phone, right? So for example, let's say you have a song that you have exposed via API and everyone is trying to listen that, right? Or everyone is fetching that. Now, how do you, so eventually your phone will start working slow, right? Phone will start becoming slow. So here phone is a equivalent to a server. Now, first way of scaling this, so now you have a scaling problem. Like you have like 20 people outside your house, right? That do everyone is fetching songs from your phone. Now, one way is that you say that, okay, I'll buy the best phone out there, best phone. Like you are going to buy something 1 TB iPhone storage and a 64 GB RAM, right? All of this. You bought a best model. Now, okay, so from 20 now you are able to support 1,000 people, right? But now what should you do, right? Now you have the best phone out there, but now the people has increased to 1 lakh or let's say 10,000, right? This was 100, then it became 1,000, then it became 10K, right? Now, when you have 10K users, right, and you have a latest phone, what should you do now? You can't do anything. Now, that is where you do it. So this was vertical scaling that you talked about, vertical scaling. And then there is something called horizontal scaling, right? Now, in horizontal scaling, you buy some more phones and put your software, whatever song software that you had in every phone. Now, this is the root cause of everything, right? This is the root cause of all the problems, but there is no other solution to scale now. Now, I'll explain two problems, right? First problem that comes is that how will you decide which person you will pass to which phone? So that is something that is called work distribution, right? That is like, so load balancer will be there to answer that question also, load balancer, right? So, and that is one thing. Now, this I was just talking about read thing, right? Now, let's say there is a write. So, this is like bank phones. Now, let's say these are all banks, right? Bank applications spread over different servers. Now, when someone has deposited 200 rupees, so that let's say goes to this node or this node or this node or this node or this node, how you will identify the data, right? That becomes your data distribution. You may say that, okay, if someone is stating, like, for example, if there is, okay, my pencil is not charged. If, let's say, there is like football players, or let's say there is player with the name A, right? Any good footballer with the name A? Mm-hmm. Let's say Arnold, right? Not a footballer, but a bodybuilder. So let's say you are saying that Arnold's data will go to this first one, and then you are saying that Ronaldo's data will go to this one R, and then Messi's data will M will go to this one, right? You are deciding it based on the alphabet. So then you can ensure that, okay, these are all distributed, right? That is called sharding. Now, this is not a good way of sharding, right? Because, for example, let's say everyone decided to name it with A, right? So your data is in this only. All of these are not well utilized. So there's a concept called consistent hashing. So these kind of things come in, right? And you can now understand what created the problem. This thing where we distributed it horizontally. But there is no other solution. You can only get a one big phone, right? You can't keep on getting a very expensive phone. So vertical scaling has its own limitations, right? That's why horizontal scaling comes into picture. And that's where things get started. Things will get interested also. So cool. I think I might have explained it where that is something that I need to work on myself. I explain kind of. So Javed, if you have listened it, please feel free to put a comment. That will help me. Uh, cool. So, yesterday, what time is? Yes, you are in right path, Ayush. So, see, never judge yourself based on OA, right? If you got intuition, that means that are good, right? Sometimes OA are generated so ahead. I'll give you an honest thing that maybe the interviews who designed the OA, right, they themselves will not be able to solve that. So this mistake is what I did, right? When I was in college, I had solved more than 1500 problems. I had very good rating, but I gave a Google A and I was not able to solve that back then. So I was heartbroken saying that I don't know anything. I'll work for another 6 months. That is not the right way, right? So you D-Show A only you were not able to clear, right? So there are 20 other companies as good as D-Show. Give their interviews. Eventually you will get to a time where you'll be able to solve it. So OAs are generally to shortlist the people, right? That's the main criteria. So for example, 9 CGPA in a college would like there would be if I talk about college like VIT Vellore that has lot of students, right? So there are a lot of students, right? And then it is tough to shortlist. Like no one can, if they give a easy OA, then everyone will be able to do it. So generally it should be medium, but some OAs they have a distinction. Like if you think about Nutanix and to some extent Ubers, to some extent Microsoft, to some extent Amazon's, these are medium level. D-Show, I think it's like D-Show is like on an different level. D-Show's always a different, little bit more hard. That's what I have also felt. So I would suggest not to do cheating. You can clear it later. D-Show is not the only company out there, right? Um, Clear some other company and eventually, but don't give up. Okay, do another OA. But try to work. Try to get more internship. Keep applying. Don't doubt yourself. That's what I'm going to say. If you got an intuition, Um, so eventually down the line you will be able to solve a medium problem in 25 minutes, right? So think like that. It's you versus you, right? That is what I would say, man. But don't make a mistake of stop giving interviews, right? Now you are good. In one of my stream, I mentioned that the only place that you can go from a spot is if you don't work hard is down. No, I'm not saying face interviews are easy. Those are So OA is against a computer, right? And also most of the time OAs are kind of taken from website like HackerRank or these are kind of created by third parties. So that time they give kind of hard. When it is engineer to engineer, if let's say someone who is, let's say someone, yes, compared to OA, it could be a little bit easy, but it could be vice versa also, right? So I shall give you a real-time example, right? Because you are young, so I was also kind of confused. So let's say someone is master on code forces and someone is like me, normal in DSA, right? Like 2000 rated on lead code. Not normal, that also takes effort. 800, 1800, let's say, right? Now, if I take your interview or someone who is 1800, they'll ask you question around graphs or maybe DP, right? Now, if a master comes in and you have also mentioned that I have solved these many problems, they might do level up, right? They might grill you on segment tree and stuff like that. But generally, if you are good at graph DP and all the things below that, right, you should be able to uh, clear those. So it all depends on in interview, who is taking your interview, what your luck factor, right? After doing your preparation, so you have already solved 400, right? And I have also said that number of questions is like telling how many balls you have faced of a bowler, right? But your contest rating is like telling how many sixes you have hit on that ball. So always tell your lead code contest rating or code forces contest rating if you're above or like on a verge of expert. If you're like pupil, don't mention that. Okay? That's not worth mentioning. Let me know if that answers your question, right? Put a comment in a chat or yeah, don't have to call me sir. And please feel free to like or share the. So I'll answer Rahul's doubt first because I think he came from a video. So first I need to get with familiar. You can do both parallelly, yes. So for example, if let's say you have picked Python, right, and you don't know what is dictionary in Python, right? So you need to learn that syntax also. But on the side, you can start solving basic problems which don't require any data structure. Like for example, this doesn't require any data structure, right? It is like a greedy algorithm. So now algorithms you can start learning because in algorithm, like particular data structure is not involved. But in like how I did is like you should do a course basically from a YouTube like data structures in Python if you Python is your language, right? I did a course of data structures in Java. And you can start with this also. Like this might not be a good thing, but there is one more thing I think that is worth sharing. Probably I need to create a video on that because I don't think a lot of people knows that, right? Let me open that. That is really good. That is like a beginner to and also lead code, right? It's like this view of lead code, not sure. See, top interview questions easy. So these are all easy. So they have three collections, easy, medium, hard. So this easy is something that you can start with, Rahul. So these are easy tagged. If you're not able to solve, that is also okay, but still start with this, right? So now, if I ask you this climbing stair questions, 100% if someone is starting with DSA, they will never know what DP is, right? But you'll have to learn eventually, right? Watch the solution when you're starting, and here you learn this, right? You see. Most of the classic and have multiple solutions. For the best practice, we strongly advise to go through at least second time or even a third time, right? So revision is the most important thing here, right? So okay, that is your answer now, Rahul. I hope that clears things. So you go to this and start with this, okay? Let me paste that in a chat. This I think I might have pasted earlier also, but this is something that I don't think so most of the people out there know, right? Let me know, Rahul, if you knew about this easy collection. Put a comment in a chat if you knew or not. Okay. Hmm. I think I missed a couple of. Do you upload lead course in Java as well as? No, Siddharth, I don't do that. I think because already people there are a lot of solutions out there, right? That would be like doing redundant work, right? If I find some problem interesting, then I try to make a video, but as of now, I'm not doing any new problems. So no, I'm not doing that. I am mainly focused on sharing the like ad hoc knowledge, or you can say impromptu on a discussion things, and then motivating people, right? So that is something that I'm doing. But down the line, I may start creating once I have good audience. But now it's kind of saturated, like creating lead code solution videos. I have some three to four, but yeah, it's not like there might be already a video on these, right? So mm, no point. I have just started with system design. I have basic understanding of that. What do you recommend? Learning solid principle. How much do I need to know? So picker. Again, I am not promoting my channel, but you should go and watch this video. See. So you know DSA that you so you know DSA. And then, so if you are SD2, if you have close to 2 or 3 years of experience, you will be asked LLD, HLD, and hiring manager, right? So if I click this, like in each round, I have explained what you should do and what you should not do, right? So go ahead and watch that video. If you have any questions, let me know. I am here only. I'll answer you in the chat. Anmol Singh, so you'll have to learn your system then, sorry. So Anmol, to answer your question, so that's okay if you're in final year. Even if you pass out, you have an okay job, you can do a switch, right? Don't worry about that. First of all, like get motivated. Your message sounds that you are demotivated, right? That's the first thing. Second thing is that what you need to do is you need to you need to do lead code contest because that will improve your intuition and eventually you will be asked some problems, right, in an interview. That is some second thing that you need to do. Do questions and then revise these lists 75 and 150 on lead code. Okay. And okay, these things and your computer science fundamentals should be good. Like networking, operating system, basics you should know. And then keep applying, keep getting a job and keep sorry giving interviews and then go to this discuss section and see the interview experience. So like for example, you can see Amazon SD, so they got an offer, right? So in the same way, you can see interview. You are a SD1, right? So these are all SD2. I think this analyst is SD1. So see, analyst is SD1 at Goldman. See their interviews, right? So you can filter it based on SD1. Most of these are SD2. Filter it based on SD1 and give the interview, right? So like Amazon SD1. Not just Amazon, a lot of companies out there. So you didn't, Rahul. So yeah. So I pasted the link in chat. So that is something that you guys should go through. I have a few questions. I'm working as a React dev, never done DSA, been involved in how to start with JS. No, bro, Vishal Gupta, no. Most of the companies out there, they will have at least one DSA round, right? So again, this. So if you are, let's say, first, like in 1 year or you are in college, you can say that your round two will also be DSA and your round three will be hiring manager. So you will maybe have 4 rounds. So round one will be DSA. Let me put it here, right? So DSA, DSA 1, DSA 2. It might be LLD, but not DSA generally. Then hiring manager if you are in college. If you are peering for SD1 lateral, they might put a system design round because I have seen that happening now. It could be combination of both. So you will not be able to crack it like at least companies that I have cracked like Walmart, Flipkart, Microsoft and all these. At least these you need DSA. Every company that I have appeared at, the including online assessment, first 2 rounds were DSA. Yes, then definitely your round one will be DSA, Vishal. So this is for you. Then you can watch this video, and I am here only. I'll be solving some more problems, and then you can come back and ask me any doubts if you have. But this is how your will look like. So this is like from a 10 offers that I had received. So so I think someone asked how to get interviews. How do I get it? That is, if I could know that, I will share that. But yeah, there are a lot of things out there. But something that I can help with is that let me open this in new tabs because a lot of repetitive questions, right? Okay. So your resume should be tailored and then keep on applying Lasagna, jo what's the lasagna, right? Theory is really important. To some extent, it is important. Yes, so you have to repeat, Shubham. That's the only thing, practice. See, I even like when I was in college, right? Even I thought that I was solving new problems, but new problems are solving old problems are as important as solving all problems. So if you go this right, I have spent 5 minutes explaining revise what you learned, right? Where I say that if you have learned sliding window, repeat that after every week, right? So create your calendar like, okay, Monday is a sliding window day, Tuesday is a DP day, Wednesday is a graph day, and Thursday is a arrays day, and Friday is a try and some string and some linked list days, right? So that way, right? And you have to do it every way consistently over a year or when you're interviewing. That's my way of doing things. I haven't worked or crack any interview currently doing master, so I will graduate in 6 months. I did do DSA till graphs going through it again. Yes, yes, you will be able to crack, right? Believe in yourself. Siddharth Mishra on the top right you can see welcome to DSA and design. That is some information about me. And if you want to know more, I can share my bento link and go through that. I think that also I need to attach. Let me do that. So that is my bento page. Just one request, guys. If anyone is kind of helped with all the questions that I've answered, please feel free to reply in the chat. Kind of that tells me that I have replied to the questions and you guys have got your answer, right? Please feel free to do that. That kind of helps me as well, right? Like I have replied to Anmol. Anmol has put his key takeaways as well. Something like that you can do, right? So just like that, Picker and all these, everyone. If it is not helpful, you can ask again, or you can just put a comment that I'm bullshit. That also is fine. Like constructive feedback is good. Cool. With that said, I'll be moving to solving problems now. So coming to this, do you stream every day? I used to do it, but then I got, I have so much work, so I could not make time. But now I've decided to do one thing, right? See, when I was in school, I used to have classes on Saturday and Sunday. So now my plan is to do live stream on Saturday and Sunday for close to 6 hours. And I don't have office work on Saturday and Sunday, right? So I'll be doing for 6 hours minimum every on Saturday, Sunday, and we'll be splitting it into 2 2 hours sections. So 2 hours DSA. My pencil is not working. Just give me a second, guys. It is charged. Something else is the. So if anyone is watching now, right? Because I don't track how many people are there. Let me know how this sounds, right? Even if I get no feedback, I'll be still doing it. So Saturday and Sundays, because want to be little bit consistent. So I used to go to 6 hour classes. right? Study classes. I think most of everyone when we were in school, we used to do that on Monday and the Monday to the Friday, right? So 2 hours it will be DSA, 2 hours LLD, 2 hours HLD, and then like breaks will be there, and then fun also like chit chat like we are doing now. So for 2 days I'll do that so that I can help others also, and then I can have fun also. Like I like to do this now. So that is the plan. I think being inconsistent from Monday to Friday, it won't make sense. It won't help everyone because even in the chat, I have promised someone that I'll come live today, but I was not able to do live on that day. So this plan like solid to me. So that's what I'm going to do. So anyone can come in and then ask questions. Yes, I have posted the bento link in the welcome to design. So you can just type Jagrit there and you'll get bento. But let me do that. I didn't do it here. I have added it to the profile. But yeah, let me bring it here only, man. What I'm doing. 1 second. Once I have good audience, I'll come up with the video as well. So this is me. And this is my lead code, and then you guys can go to LinkedIn as well. So you guys can see the inconsistency, right? Because I don't really have to do DSA now. I'm just doing it for fun. So that's why I'm not able to solve so many problems also. So you know me, Anmol, nice. Now I also know you. Cool. Uh, Siddharth Mishra, you can explore my profile, man. Let me know if you have any feedback. Javed, I'll share that tomorrow, man. I have a really different experience. I never uh, had a plan of going into tech, but yeah, happy to share that. Vinay Kumar, that sounds great. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. What is like the future of the is there any WhatsApp would describe for the devoted and genuine followers? So I have been getting a lot this and more like Discord and all that, but I am not sure whether I'll be able to answer or everything on the Discord, but I can try creating that. Let me see if I was thinking that as of now I don't have any like good audience, good number, right? I definitely have good audience, like good number, right? So generally when I'm on live, I have like 4 to 5 people watching. So at least somewhere around 100 when I have, then I was thinking of creating a Discord. Okay, man, I think I wasted a lot of time like speaking. And like we should code also, right? Then I'm just talking. And as they say, talk is cheap, show me the code, right? So now everyone who is watching should also code. There's no point of just watching me coding, right? So everyone should code as well. And these are again easy problems. But anyway, I need to solve that so that I can come back on track, right? So here we are saying that reverse only the vowel. So one way of doing this is that you get all the vowels, reverse it, and then you're seeing whenever you're seeing skip that vowel and put the other thing there, right? That's the best way of doing it. So yeah, easy solution. So it can be as can say printable ASCII characters. It can be greater than or smaller than also. So what I am thinking of saying is that has set character. HS, let's call it vowels is equal to new hash set. Vowels dot add a. Now I'm going to copy this 10 times. Or I could create an array list that way also. I think that also will be, but I don't know the syntax. Let's. What I'm thinking is if we convert array to convert array to array list and then array list by set in Java. Is that possible? No, you cannot use that. So this is where you can create array and arrays as list. You can create as list and then you can create into hash set. Yes, so let's do this. We'll save some time. So we'll have vowels is equal to new hash set and then char ch. This is anyway temp. So A E I O U, right, and then arrays ph. We can use tag here also. That also would be fine. But I'm going to use tag would be better actually. Let's use tag. Mhm, mhm. We can't press. Does it not work? Much time. If anyone knows better way of doing this, please feel free to let me know in chat. Like elegant way of doing this. Cannot be dereferenced. Think character dot is lowercase. I think character dot lowercase. Yeah. Character dot. It will be now in the next line. That's why I ran it. Yes, that means that this is correct. Cool. It's annoying easy. No, they can't. This is a problem where you have a lot of spaces. Yeah, you trim it. A boring problem. You trim it. So you first trim the things and then you trim extra string also. Multiple string. Just keep it one string. Like split everything based on a string. That is first thing that you can do. First thing is trim it and then split it based on space and then reverse each word. That is something that I think that's how it would be done. But yeah, very boring problem. We can do it tomorrow, I think. Did this work? Fine. Yeah, slow, pretty slow. But I think it is over when only. Hi, easy neat. Welcome. The graduate, thank you for subscribing, bro. Means a lot. Shubham Kumar, thanks for clarifying. Thank you, bro. Siddharth Mishra, done, already done. Mole, which college you are from? There's ask. This is a easy problem. This is annoying problem. Annoying but easy. So if I to do first I will do is uh, need to do a dot trim, right, and then string array will be s dot split. Now this will do place, I think, slash slash s plus does for multiples place. I don't remember that. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, nice. Slash slash s plus. That is what I typed also. Oh, wrong slashes. So these are like escape characters, right? And then after that, is it a matter of just reversing? The word is defined as a string buffer. Just doing it without, I'm just checking if I need that, right? So is there a direct function on? There is a function on. So we are doing today ABF string buffer. F ABF dot string BF dot string dot. I have no idea whether this is going to work or not. We don't want to reverse the word itself, right? We just want to reverse the array. Yeah. But is it able to get rid of the word? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. This way. It can't be this. Well, definitely it is going to fail, I think. It is an annoying problem. Maybe then if it is that simple, then we should not use this. Maybe that is the thing. We should not use these two things. Otherwise, it should not be medium. That's what I'm thinking. See, is there any other way? This is something I have done. Yeah, you can combine these two. That is also possible. Yeah, using stack it could be done. Then you'll have to take care of each if else, right? Whether it is a string, whether it is a multiple string. But everyone, the stack approach is there. Oh, if you're splitting it, then you don't need stack, right? They're just using it to reverse it. So once you have already split it, this is only being done to reverse it, right? Reversing use stack. So it becomes a array, right? What is the point of pushing? This is not the stack that I was thinking. This is different thing. Yes, you will put it in a stack, and if you have multiple spaces, then you will only consider one space, right? And then you'll have to also check whether if trim you will anyway do, right? Then yeah, you'll if the top of stack is space, then you will not put any other space in it. Yes, that will do. That way you don't have to use this splitters. You will just keep one space. That could be another solution, yes. See this follow up, I don't know how. Follow up also is possible, I think. Okay, I'll take a 5 minutes break. I've been sitting from a long time. Short break. Then I'll come back. Hello everyone, I'm back. Cool. Let's get started again. Uh, Anyone who has been watching from the start, please feel free to put hello, let's go, or anything in the chat. So given an integer array, return a number answer such that answer is equal to the product of all the elements except num. So one way to do that is that for every time you like calculate the whole product and then you use the dividend operator, right? So that is one way, and so that is the first way, right? You multiply all of these and then you divide it. Like for example, 1, 2, 3, that is 24. So 24 divided by 1, right? That's the first way of solving this problem. So we are given uh, 1, 2, 3, 4. So total is 24. So what I can do is 24 by 1, 24 by 2, 24 by 3, 24 by 4, right? So that is 24, 12, 8, and then 6, is it? Yes. So now that is the first solution, which is O of n. But they are saying that you must write without using the division, right? The next is that you can uh, use prefix and suffix, as the question also they have mentioned. So that will be like, so you have 1, 2, 4. It will be number on the left, right? There is no number on the left, so you can just say 1. There is number on the left, that will be 1. The number on the left is 2. The number on the left is 6. So for this, nothing is there. For this, it will be 4. For this, it will be like this multiplied by whatever is the number, right? 12. For this, it will be 12 multiplied by 2, 24. So 24, 12, 8, 6. That is the answer. So this is like two spaces that I am using, right? Now they are saying that do that using one space. That's the another follow-up. So this is the answer to first, and then there is another follow-up, right? Sorry, I was eating water. So now the thing that we discussed here, right? Rating left and right. The second way to do that would be, why can't we do this in one way only while constructing the answer? So output array does not count, right? So our output array will be left and then on top of that we'll be adding the right, right? So int output. Now first put prefix in the output. Once I put I, so now output I will be, can I use it? It work. I am also not sure whether this is the right way or wrong, but will. But eventually we are doing this and then that, right? So this is for the case where I, oh, should we want to stick to string, and now get this 6 to how this it we are doing is we are seeing whatever is the output of I. Here n minus 2 output of I is 2, right? You multiply that, and so you will have to create a variable also. So int right is equal to 1. So here right will come, right will be, is my last number. So this will be right. Whatever you had, that is nums of I plus 1, right? So the whole array has been reduced into variable. Yes, this seems to be fine. Slow is because I am printing this at every time. That's why it is slow. If anyone is watching, please put a hello or hi or anything in the chat. If anyone has any questions that are also most welcome. Hey Vinay, I think you are the only one who is watching. Rest maybe you're not listening, but yeah, that's cool. Cool, bro. Given an integer and prove there is I and j such that I is less than j and it is increasing. Bro, don't feel that way. Everyone has their own journey. It is okay to feel that way. It is normal, but everything happens for your own good. So, what I would suggest is that this is your time. Keep working hard. Eventually, down the line, 10 years down the line, you will never know what you will achieve, right? Follow this guy. You know whom I'm answering you. Learn this guy. So if you feel you are late, then I think he started very late in his career. So learn more about him. He was Navy SEAL, he was Air Force. He did lot of things. That too after 30 of his age. So for system design, I just explained that first you should go through this repo. This is free, right? Go through all of this, right? And then there are couple of websites. One Hello Interview website is also there. Hello Interview. Yes, bro. That is also good, right? And then there is a YouTube. So this, I hope this every you have seen, Manas. I'm answering you. Let me know in chat. You can put scene, you can put something so that I know, right? So this is one thing that you should go through. Uh, Copy, paste. I think it should all be there, but still, it's a really good thing. You can revise it, right? That's first thing. And then this code curly is really good. Code curly system design. I think he's ex Facebook, not ex, right? He works at Facebook and he's like at senior level. So his designs I personally really like. I think he has never promoted it. I even don't myself don't know how I came across his channel. So, but his channel is very good. He gives you different. So that is another thing. Code Curly and then Alex use work, right? So these are all for system design. And then when it comes to LLD, there is a repo LLD GitHub repo. Yeah, this one awesome low level design. This is by Ashish. He's also ex Amazon, I think. So these all things you can go through, right? All of these good problems are there. That is LLD specifically free. Everything is free, man. Even you're watching this stream free. So everything is free. Don't need to spend money on anything. Thank you. The thumbs up, heart, everything that helps, right? That kind of tells me that okay, you the person has listened and I can stop blabbering. Cool. Thank you so much, Manush. So that is okay, Mahir, bro. You are just starting. This is this. Mahir, this can help you. Go watch this video. It has how to get started, which platform to you, how many targets and what you should reference, right? And how much time you should spend on every problem. Everything is answered in this problem. If let's say you still have doubts, I am here for another half an hour or so. You can come back and ask me doubts. Anyway, I'll be live tomorrow. So this has all the tips that you need based on the feedback you can see. Learned a lot from video, so it's a good video, I would say. The best video out there on my channel. So watch it. If you have any doubts, come here. I'll answer that. Cool, bro. If anyone is new, please feel free to give stream a like also. That helps. Generally, I come at 10:30, but uh, It is tough, so that's why I'm going to stream more on weekends, Javed. So nums I if less than j, such index is right. So all three should be greater. One way is that I can do it with DP because we only need three numbers. So, but that will be n square. There's the another way. The first good problem I think that has come. Let's see if typing can help in any way. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So I and you need J and K, right? I will always be from here till here. 2 needs to be left on the right side. If the size of num is less than 2, then you can just return. This is the Y. This is the possibility of J. This is the possibility of K, right? Now, for example, for this I need to find a J should be greater than this, right? So that means that minimum number I can choose. If 1 is there, that is the minimum number. So basically, you need to find a number that is just greater than number on its left, right? Hmm. P is greater than I is less than J is less than K, right? Let's say you go number that is so you will create a minimum number and you will create a maximum number. It is like 5, 2, 3, and 4. Then minimum will be 2, maximum will be 5. But there is a pair that is Here is a that is fix this now. So basically you need to find a j which has an element that is less than m and that element that is greater than it, right? Space also needs to be O of 1, is it? One way that I can think of is with space. The first solution that we saw was n square, right? The second that I can think of is I will create a minimum number 5. Minimum here is 2. Then minimum is still 2. Then minimum is 2. Minimum is 2, right? And it index. Here maximum is 6. Maximum is 6. 6. 6. 6. Now I will traverse and find a number that is left should be less. Here 2 it's not less. 3 left is less, that is greater. So this is the answer. 3. Let's check for this now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Smallest will be 5 for everything. For any number there it is not less, right? Minimum. For minimum, let's say minimum. So that is now n solution, but with space. Space is more. So let's say, but is it a space issue? Let's first implement it. Equal to n is equal to nums dot length plus is equal of x add one number if is less than max. Will be min of and that min nums of this one is 2. So what is math? Oh no, min of 2 1 2 6. You got maths of 5 plus 1. This should be this. But now this is still we are using this min, right? That is space of O of n and O of 1. For some reason I can see 12 people watching, but I don't know anyone watching. Please feel free to put a comment in chat if you're coding on the side. So how do we solve it? Okay, this follow-up is remaining that I will think compare it. This is also I think easy. So if the group length is 1, you just append that to the array. So you'll start with 1 basically. length is of layer C. Triplet equal is thousand rated to the last ever Hey Yashasvi, I generally do streaming at 10:30 p.m. but that is not fixed, so I do stream every day. I'm planning to do stream every weekend now, Saturday, Sunday, and that to like plan the is to do it for the throughout the day, different sessions. Let me know if you have any questions. I think you are new to the chat. So whatever is the last correct. Because one we added. Perfect. Perfect. Just observation. Yes, you better than when I this one is good. Complexity. Oh, I have done all the questions. That's achievement. Solved. Div. Is this care frequency question? Yes, I think it was that only care frequency. You have to append it. Easy kind of a thing, easy to medium. Not even it's marked medium, but is it kind of easy? All of these were kind of easy only. This its follow might be little bit tricky, Alan Sunny, but yeah, as I'm starting after a long time, so I think that's why I moved 2000 up. The aim is to finish all these in 2 days. Should be possible. 9 are done. 64 more to go. If in I think my audience is also dropping. When did the stream start? So this is done like you automatically move a non-zero element to the tough and everything will be sorted. Hmm, cursor. So one way is the automatically it will push the. That is the second solution that came to them. Mhm. Thinking how much more I can push. Easy. Follow will be doing after done all. Hello, hello. Yes, Dodwani, can you hear me? His, who is his? You can't hear my voice? Let me know in comment if you can hear or not. I think so. You should be able to hear my voice if by his you meant me. When I was running that question, I was not able to say. Shang, hi bro, I got Amazon offer and Flipkart offer. Will be joining Amazon. Thanks for your Flipkart interview. Congrats, man. Happy for you. Shank Bansal, which you are you in a college or you are at some experience? Do you hold some experience? Hey Amit, hey Yash Todwani. Feel free to ask guys if you have any questions. If you like the channel, feel free to like the stream, put a comment. But that's good. So did you get SD2 at Amazon or did they give you SD1? If you got SD2, then that's really good. I think for 23 grad SD2 is really good. Generally they give at 3, but if you're already earning good, then they don't hold that bar. So hey Yash, if you're new here, you can go ahead and watch these two videos of mine, and that will give you idea of about what I do basically, who am I, right? And so you can go ahead, yes, watch this video and hear everything I learned over past 3 years. I tell that, and then you can watch other video, and then I'll be live for another 10-15 minutes. I think it's already way too much time I've been live. Hmm. So this is another video, Yashi, so that you can go and see. It will kind of give you insights. Every has a good flow chart and everything. It will guide you. Yeah, at least two, but like I don't have facts, Ishank. I don't have facts to uh, justify my statement. But I think if your package is really good, right? For example, let's say you are going from Google to Amazon, and then you have two, then you're 23. I have seen people posting on LinkedIn, 23 batch getting into Amazon as a SD2. But I don't know whether that is correct or not, right? We can't just, because I don't know them personally. So your current compensation also plays much role. Ashish, I'm currently at Microsoft. So, Chunk, but I think Amazon is good. Yes, yes. That's what I'm saying, right? So you now have the justification to my statement, so it becomes a fact. So, so in Zomato, his base might be really good. So that's why Amazon had to match it to give SD2, right? But on paper, they always say that you need to have 3 years of experience. So that is okay, man. You don't have to worry. SD1 is good. You go there, spend 1 year and learn, and then go to SD2. You see, you will eventually get into TCS or something like that company, right? Those are good in the sense that if you're not prepared well or you know you're good in aptitude and all, you can get into those. But I would say that try off campus and all. Yes, yes, that's really good, Shank. We should not compare our career with others, right? I was just giving you uh, like a fact because what happens is sometimes we tend to believe some statements. So, for example, let's say if I give you a statement saying that you need 3 years of experience for SD2, so your mind will be blocked on that. That okay, you need that. But now, as we know that uh, it can be done in 2 years. So down the line, let's say you are now pitching for senior software engineer, right, which is L5, L6 at Amazon or some other company. That time you know that if your compensation is good, you can get that also. So it's just to unblock your mind, right? Otherwise, we'll create boundaries on our head. So that kind of boundary is something that we should burst. That's the aim of this live one aim, sharing my knowledge. So before you shared that, I told you, right, that 2 years it is possible. So you already knew that, so that kind of justifies that, right? So if someone is new and they are being offered SD1, even they are working in a good company and they have good experience, then they can pitch it in that okay, it is happening. Otherwise, they'll be like blindfolded. So, and there are not many facts out there about this. Just like when you don't know that you have to do DSA when you join the college, right? Only big colleges have that. In most of the colleges, like tier 3, it's rare that people start coding from first year itself. But if you look at IITs and tier 1 colleges, right, they'll start from first year only because the culture is that way, because the exposure is there. I feel like exposure is missing in other uh, in other colleges. Yes, that's the aim. I'll try to do my best how much exposure I can give. Right. This has been a good stream. I have started doing DSA again just for fun. I've been inconsistent. That is the thing, right? No matter how good you are, if you stop doing it, you'll fall down. So solved some easy today, and then this I know container. Probably take a look at this, and then I think yesterday and tomorrow I think it will be done. Yes. You started in third year, that too because of YouTube. There are plenty of resources out there, but still the world is big, right? Even our India is very big. So, and also the sad thing about this is that you only need a laptop and an internet. You don't need anything else. Laptop, internet, and good exposure that can get you into a job. So now we know about DSA, LLD, HLD, right? With AI, most of the things might change, most of the things might remain same. But at least at a college level, it will still be DSA. DSA will be there. DSA is the base of most of the things. So that's the aim of the stream. If you guys like the stream, feel free to like, comment, and share it with your friends. Okay. So you are given an integer array nums and an integer k in one way. You can pick whose sum is equal to k and then remove them from an array. Pick two numbers whose sum is equal to k. So 5 you can remove 2, 3 you can remove 1, 4. But if I remove 5 bro, 3, 1, 3, 4, 3. Now in this 3, 3 can be done. How is this hard? I can sort the array. Medium, sorry. So 1, 3, 3, 4. So let's say 1 and 4, right? So it is less. I'll move to this 3 and 4. So that means that this is 3. Does it work? Let's see. Is dot short nums. I think there is a caveat with that, but I'll just come to know now. Hey Javed, you have been there for a long time. Bye, bro. I'll also end the stream probably once it hits 3 hours. So this is the thing where right once you have made it K, which one you should decrease? There might be another. If this is 3, yes, you can do that, Prince Pabri. So you should watch this video. You have 3 EOE, right? That is a brutally honest suggestion. You have 6 months of time. Start applying now only. And I mentioned over 6 months, right? Start applying and start giving interviews, right? Your 6 months is going to be brutal. So you need to prepare on DSLO and then LLD, HLD, hiring manager. All these things are asked in a good company. So be consistent. Yes, you can do it. No one is stopping you. So if it is 3, 3, which way I have to move is the. Anyway, I can't use those both, right? Again. Oh, yes, that is easy. I'm not sure whether this will work or not. Damn, this is good. Yes, yes, this is easy. Prince Pabri, let me know if you got your answer right. Please put a comment in a chat. Feel free to like, comment the video so that I know. Otherwise, it's hard to guess whether someone has listened or should I repeat myself. Just a thumbs up would be good in the comment because that reaction generally I'm not able to. I think you have left. That's okay. So which thing you are following for DP? So I think if you have solved these problems of DP, right? Unique paths, LCS, best transaction and all. And then this is like 75 list and then there is like 130 list also. If you have solved these two, then you should start applying because it might happen that uh, today you solved LCS or rotting orange. This is multi-level DFS. Yes, that is good. So you do need code 150, complete those, but give interviews on the side as well, probably in the companies that you don't want to go, right? So that, but don't wait for 2 months. So first variety take 2 to 3 days, maybe over the weekend, complete graph and DB. One day for graph, one day for DP, and then solve their problems. While you are solving, start applying for start applying on the application because it will take time. Your 3 UE, right? Your interviews will take time. Meanwhile, what you do is you start learning system design, LLD and HLD. I have shared repos in this group, like for GitHub. I have shared two GitHub, all the links that I've shared, right? So that you parallelly also start, like probably half an hour on HLD, half an hour on that. So that will really help you. But don't wait, okay? Maybe just wait till 15 July, that are good enough 10 days to learn the basics of all this and then start applying. Let me know in chat if you are here. Cool, I think. Uh, Once I hit 3 hours, I'll drop off. This has been a good session. You're able to do 2 pointers. Container with max height is also very similar. Like it always makes sense to move the height which is creating the problem for us, right? Int water equal to math dot minimum of I comma height of j, whichever is minimum, char j minus I. So water will be math dot max of what, comma water. Now if height of I is greater than height of j, then you do j minus 1, otherwise you do I plus plus, and then you return what? Water, you have to return what? Yes, yes, you watch the video of Aditya Verma DP playlist. If you know Hindi, right? Watch its video. Give 5 to 7 days. Like if you are a backend developer, it might not be that easy for you, right? You might have learned in college or, but even if you don't learn, yeah, you can spend 1 month. But I would say the things will change. Maybe your workload has increased. Lot of things could happen in 1 month, right? That is the only reason I'm saying that don't stress too much. There could be a case that you get a sliding window problem, man. Right? You get a sliding window problem. Try, I have been asked in couple of companies. Yeah. But that would be my honest suggestion. Okay, I don't see much audience in the chat as well or live stream. So this will be the end of this stream. I'll come back tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to have that 6 hour sessions. I'll